This is not about somebody look good or not. Why people, why men they want him? I mean, is he what way? People, they don't know how to read. Can you explain? Muslim wanted to know if Muhammad was sent after his death or he will be resurrected. What do you mean sent after his death? Saint after his death. What do you mean saint? Like he came up? No, Muslims don't believe in that. Muhammad told them he will be the first one to be resurrected in the day of judgment. Let me find the reference. And the story Muhammad actually he mentioned is very stupid. And I will tell you why. I will find the reference first, so I can show you why Muhammad is really stupid. Muhammad is they have a low IQ, and this is why after any story he say, after reading it for 2 seconds, you will see how stupid. So guys, read with me carefully. Anyone notice what is the mistake here? Let us see who of you is really he have a very good observation and he is deep in thinking. The Prophet said the people will fall unconscious on the day of resurrection, and suddenly I will see Musa's. Okay, let us show you another. This is not the whole. This is not the whole hadith. Hold on. Sometimes the Muslim they cut off the whole story. This is not the whole story. Hold on. Let us see this one. I shall be the preeminent among the descendant of Adam, the first from whom the earth will be cleft open, the first intercessor. Translation here is not really accurate. He will be the first one who will come from the grave. As you see, the first one who will come out from the grave. Do you see it? But Muhammad, because he cannot keep his mouth shut, in different hadith he said that he will be the first one who come out of the grave and he will see Musa's holding something, holding the throne of Allah. So how you will be the first one who is coming out from the grave, but Musa is there before you? In this hadith here it says, the Messenger of Allah said, I am the first one whom the earth will be split, then Abu Bakr, then Umar. It's not even Musa's, it's not even Isa, it's not even Abraham, is Umar and Abu Bakr. Do you see the fraud? I mean, why Allah will care to take Abu Bakr and Umar before Abraham? Any Muslim can tell me? Is Abu Bakr and Umar more important than Abraham, Isa, Musa, Aaron, Isaiah, Abu Bakr and Muhammad is giving gift, okay, I mean, it's good to give promises in heaven, brother, I will give you endless penis. What do you want more? Every Abdul at that time looking at his, like, what the heck is it going to be endless? This one will be endless. Will it grow? Is that fertilizer a thing? So Muhammad, he will be the first one to look at this one. Look at this hadith. Read with me and laugh. And this is actually a question I asked long time. I was just a kid. I asked the teacher. I said, sir, I have a question. He said, not you again. Not you again. What do you want? Put your hand down. I said, I will not. I insist. My hand is up. So he said, okay, what is this? This is very easy. I said, so how the prophet, he will be the first one to be resurrected, and yet he will see Musa's holding the throne of Allah. He just opened his eyes, as you explained to us. The earth will be open. This is what the teacher said. The earth will be open. The prophet, he opened his eyes. Right away, he saw Musa's holding the throne of Allah. So how he is the first one is going to be resurrected, yet Musa's is there alive. He looked at me. He said, okay, we can answer this, but it's too much for you. You are too young to answer it. I said, we listening, explain it to us, sir. And the kids, they start saying, yes, sir, explain to us how that happened. He says, this is not your level. This is for bigger. When you get older, when you become you go to university, you become adult, we can explain those things for you. And then one of the Muslim kids, he said, sir, why you don't say you do not know how to answer it? The Muslim teacher, he have his umbrella, honest to God. He have the old umbrella, like those one with the stick. He took the umbrella and he hit him. He said, I know the answer. You stupid idiot. You take the side with this Christian guy trying to fool you. This is very easy to answer. But you should see his face. He was blonde, his face red. He's getting so angry. Saliva is coming out like a dog, and yet he cannot answer. How Musa's is there, yet Muhammad is the first one to be resurrected. And then that kid, who the teacher that beat him, he brought his father the second day. I mean, this story became a drama. The father, he came because he hit him, he hit him in his head, and he injured him with the tip of the umbrella. So the father second day came. He said all what he asked him for, he is not insulting. He's asking a question. He said, why? If you don't know how to answer, just say I do not know how to answer. He can refute him and say, okay, this is the answer. And then the father, he said to them, this is what the kid, he told me, because they brought the kid as a witness for what happened. So the kid is there, the father is there, the principal, and the teacher. So he said, okay, well, this is what happened yesterday. Ask the question you asked to the teacher. So the kid, he repeat again what happened. And then they called for me because I'm the one who asked the question. So I came and I said, what the principal, he said, what was your question? I said, sir, how come Musa is there if the prophet, because the teacher explained to us that the prophet, the first one will come from the grave, even when before even stand, he opened his eyes and he saw Musa's holding the chair. So my question was, how come Musa is there if he is the prophet, if the first one to be resurrected? So he said, okay, this is what you said. I said, yeah. And the teacher agreed. And then he said to the second one, okay, you now tell us what was your complaint. So he said, well, I said, why you don't answer the question if you know the answer? Why you don't say you do not know the answer? And that's it. And then he did beat me. So the father, he said to the teacher, okay, well, let us see if this teacher, he knew the answer or not. What about you? Answer us now. They are kids. You said to them, they are kids, and you cannot answer them because they will not understand. Well, we are adult. Give us the answer, prove that you have an answer. A moment of silence. The principal, he looked at him He said, what? What do you think? He said, these things is from the unseen. We do not know. This is the answer. He said, I just tell them that. Why you did beat the kid? Just tell them this is from the unseen. Suddenly it became the unseen. It is the unseen. It's from Allah knowledge. That's it. So it was like you have to be growing adult. You have to be a growing man. When you are adult, like, you know, then you will understand. This is how embarrassing the stories of Muhammad. Muhammad is the first one in this hadith. Muhammad is the first. Abu Bakr is the second. The third is Umar. Why Umar is the third, by the way, Muslims? Poor Umar. This remind me when Egypt won the basketball game in the third. I think it was Egypt. You know, they have a military game for basketball, and tens of thousands went in the street celebrating that Egypt is number 3 in the champion of basketball, in the world champion, army champion. But there's only 3 teams. So what Egypt will do will be number 4. They are dancing in the street. Allahu Akbar. Egypt is number 3. Egypt, Allahu Akbar. On TV, make programs about it. How amazing the celebration, the victory. They are number 3. But there's 3 teams only. Only 3 teams. And they are number 3 and they are celebrating being the 3rd in the world. Madness.